guys, I'm going to be doing a recipe tweak on the Reese's peanut butter and chocolate bars. The bars break down to 1.5 grams of fat, 27 grams of carbohydrates, and 1 gram of protein for 16 bars. So with the adjustments that we're making, so for the bar base, we're going to, instead of using 3 tablespoons of butter and 1 egg, we're going to be using 2 tablespoons of country crock, adding in 1 scoop of Quest protein, the salted caramel, and then the bar base. For the peanut butter filling, instead of 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of milk, we're going to be going with half tub of Greek Lite yogurt from Kroger. It's a vanilla flavor. It's going to be 14 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbohydrates, no fat, and then the peanut butter mix and another scoop of Quest protein. For the chocolate base, we're going to be wiping out the 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of milk, another scoop of Quest, and then the chocolate mix that's inside of here. And we're going to have to thin everything out with a little bit of water just to make sure that it spreads out evenly. And versus an 8x8 pan, we're going to go a little bit bigger with a standard size cake pan. So let's get started. Okay, so we start off the base by adding in 2 tablespoons of country crock and then 1 scoop of Quest protein. Follow that up by the base mix, and then as that got worked around, adding in 1 ounce of water each time to make sure that the batter was thin enough but not too thin. So you'll see me adding in 1 ounce of water at a time and making sure that I get that fully mixed in before moving forward. Protein tends to get really tacky, and you'll notice that as you start to work with it, so it's kind of can become difficult, but be sure to spray down your cake pan and then slowly spread out the mix into the base of the cake pan. It's going to take a little bit of work, and you'll probably want to use 2 utensils as I did, because again the protein tends to be a bit tacky, so you have to work it around very slowly and it takes time. So now we move on to the peanut butter base, and here we add in the half of the 6-ounce tub of Greek yogurt as well as the peanut butter mix. Get that all mixed in well. You'll see that it's kind of a little bit soupy. Once you add in that 1 scoop of Quest protein, it starts to thicken up almost to the level or consistency of peanut butter. And then we move on to the frosting. So here we got to make sure that we add in the other half of the yogurt and then the chocolate frosting mix, and be careful when you're mixing this together because that chocolate is very powdery, so it tends to go everywhere. So mix slowly and carefully, and I would mix my hand, not with a blender. Finish that off with the 1 scoop of Quest protein, and this smells amazing once it's all mixed. Pop it into the preheated oven at 350, and you're going to want to cook this for 6 to 7 minutes. This is going to have more of a cakey feel than something that's dry. So you want to make sure that you do keep an eye on it, especially for ovens that tend to run hot. Make sure that you are at around the 4-minute mark. Check on it, and then check on it as well at the 6-minute mark just to make sure. Next, we move on to adding the peanut butter topping, and I made sure that I did this right after it came out of the oven. I wanted to make sure that the peanut butter would spread on fairly easily, and this was quite a difficult task. It did take a little bit of time, and you will want to make sure that you are taking your time spreading it because some of the base mixture will come off of the pan if you are not careful. Okay, so here I am applying the chocolate frosting, and I put it in a Ziploc baggie and cut the end off and piped it on. It came out a little bit too thick, and I had wanted to spread it out anyways. Thought I would try to get fancy, but who am I kidding? So I cut out most of the spreading part because essentially my elbow's in the way. You'll see a little bit of that in the clip, and then we will move on to the best part, which is the end here.